Um, Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, from whenever you're listening to this recording from or you're calling in from. I hope we had an amazing day. It's been a busy weekend for me, and last week was quite phenomenal because we had some major drops on euro, yen, um, and Great Britain yen as well. I wish I was in euro yen because that really dropped massive pips, but Great Britain and the pound yen as well also dropped some good pips. But I'm still in that trade. Let's see what this week is going to hold. Now, if you're looking at the my screen right now, you um, can already see what the news is going to week is going to be like in terms of the news. Right now, we know that we have the Japanese bank holiday on Monday, so I'm not expecting Monday to be quite volatile. Probably it's going to be a slow week, a slow Monday, but it's all good. Deep into the week, we're definitely going to see some good moves as well. So Monday, I'm not going to really look for any trades whatsoever. On Tuesday, we have the Aussie news as well, Aussie and Euro news. This one, in fact, is what I'm really looking forward to. What's it called now? The President Draghi is speaking, so I'm sure that's going to make have some impact for some of us. That I want to take the opportunity and enter Euro JPY as well, Euro Yen as well. So I'm gonna look forward to it. But remember, I don't trade news. I only trade the impact of news. I trade the aftermath of news. So that one, and we also have the yen BOJ press conference. So you see on Wednesday we'll start seeing some good movement and the monetary policy on the yen as well. So we'll expect some good movement on Wednesday. When now Thursday, I think Draghi is speaking again on Thursday. Is he speaking on Thursday? Okay, some other people are speaking on Thursday. Buba presidents. Okay, so just know that this week might be good for us because of the major news releases that we're going to be expecting. So, but Monday might be a bit slow. I would just except for CAD, as you can see, CAD and USD, they have some two news releases. Is it record them now? A medium impact news release. So they are also good for moving the market as well. But for me, I don't think I'm gonna really trade much on Monday. I'm gonna wait till I get to Tuesday and Wednesday before I start looking for opportunities to trade. Now, going straight to our dollar index, you can see when I just picked it up, it came down from that level that we created for it, and now look at what it's forming here. I can see a double top, a double bottom here, which is really good for me. So what am I expecting now? I'm expecting for me to confirm that this would be a good this stuff for me to take. I like to see this break out, of that zone, break out of that zone. I can get this guy to, yeah, and then kind of retest this level, and then I can take that. I think I might have to glue this up and then take that to this level right here. Yep, or maybe somewhere around here. But I think I'm gonna push it and take it to this level. Let's see if I measure this, what this is gonna give me. So measure from here to here, from here to here. Let's see what this is gonna give me. So drag this. Oh, isn't that sweet? Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So that's an accurate measurement for if this is an accurate and a valid double bottom. Yep. So if that is a valid double bottom, I'm just going to wait for this move to play out, break above this my 95.50 that I created months back. So if it comes back to retest it, then I'm taking that trade. Now, remember, I'm not going to be trading the dollar index. I'm going to be trading euro because they work, what can I call it now? Negative correlation. So if I can just take you to the chart right now, I'm going to start with the Euro USD. Now look at this. Remember we saw a double bottom here. So we're expecting to see a double top when we get to Euro USD. And as you can see clearly, so that level, this level was one level that price has been testing came to that level drop, kind of gave a fake breakout here and came back down, gave another fake breakout, and now came back into that trend line that it's been trying to test for like forever. So I have a reason to believe that this is going to come down. So it's going to come down for some people that want to take trades on this level. So you need to drop down to your smaller time frame and look at that 1.16250 level. That's what you'll be looking out for. That 1.16250 level is what you're looking for. So if price breaks below that, if I'm going to be taking this trade, I have to make sure that it breaks free from this level that it came to and rejected. You remember, I came to this level and bounced back up. So if I'm going to be taking this trade, I'm going to be making sure, I'm going to wait to make sure that this trade comes all the way down here, breaks that level, retest that level, yep, and then come down. So where would be my first target? Yeah, you guessed it. I will not, I wouldn't take it to this level just yet. I'm going to take my first TP here. First TP will be somewhere around here. That would be my first TP, just to be conservative. And then if it breaks below that, my next target would be that one down there. So remember, you don't leave money on the table. Once you are in profit, move your stop loss into profit and let it run. If it comes back to hit it, very good. It's fine. Just look for another opportunity to take the trade, but never leave money on the table. Some people left money on the table for that Euro Aussie, that dropped massively the other time, and the thing did a massive pullback. Look at this, did a massive pullback and came back and took them out. I think I took my profit somewhere around here. It wasn't so bad, and I entered somewhere around here. So never leave money on the table. So this is what we're expecting for this. Remember, we're looking at the double. I'm looking at the double top. So this plays out, and I want for me to take this trade. If I'm going to take it personally, I want to wait for this level for price to get to this level. I marked this out some weeks back. For price to take this level when it breaks this 1.15 to 5320. I wait for a retest and take it all the way down here. How many pips is that going to be? Let's see that. It's going to be, yeah, a little over 200 pips, 230 pips. So that's that one. Now, one trade I'm really looking forward to is this Euro USD. Euro chef, sorry. If you'll notice, if you can look at, okay, let me go to the higher time frame again. Look at what happened here. Price came all the way down here. Yeah, what did you see it do? You see that thing I told you guys about how price operates? It comes down, retests, broke that level that it got to before going back up. Then what did it do? Came back and retested that level, broke it, came back and retested. Okay, this didn't really go back to that. Sometimes may go back to that to test that level, sometimes may not. So look at this one, broke that level, came back to retest it, came back down, came back up, and then broke that level again, and then came back to retest it. Now it's been in that range for a number of weeks now. So it's been in that range for a number of weeks. So now, as you can see, came back to this bottom, kind of pushed down a little bit, and gave this massive push to the upside. So what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for this to take me back to this level. So this is one opportunity. If you entered from this point, it's really good. But if not, just look for another opportunity, maybe like some form of flag or what have you, some form of pullback, so you can take it. So you can always drop down to your smaller time frame, look for levels where price turns at. For me, I can take this level because that's one place it got to before turning back. So I can take that level. This thing doesn't always respond. I don't know why it does that. Sorry, I just have this need to be these things to be straight. So I'm gonna wait for that level, for price to break that level and retest. And once it retests that level, I probably might put a sell limit when it breaks that level. Sorry, a buy limit when it breaks that level. And then when it comes back to it will take me back into the trade and probably take either my first TP here, or maybe just let it ride as long as I move my stop loss in to that level. Remember, we already have this on the higher time frame. We know price is going to go back up to that place, and then probably, who knows, it may just continue there. But if that doesn't happen, if it breaks above that, this is my level of TP. If it breaks above like that, this is my level of TP. That's what levels are good for. Once you create them, it just help you to just manage your trade. So if not, if it breaks that level, it's coming down. And reason why this is going to be, I believe this is going to be, remember we said this, we're expecting this to continue to the upside, double bottom. So if that, this is the dollar, and if the dollar does that, we know that the USD share, because it's the first, is the quote currency with is it base, sorry, the base currency would moves with the same thing as the index itself. So that's what that is. So NZD, Euro NZD, I've been looking at this trade for like forever. It's been in this range as well. I'm not touching this thing. I'm not trading here. I just wanted to break below this level. Enter that level. It's been going up and down. So if it breaks below that, I already have my sell zone there. So I'm going to wait again. I'm going to wait for my retest to happen, price to break that level, retest that level, and then I can take my first TP. You can see where I put that early TP. Why did I call that early TP? Because that's where price had its first reaction. So I'll enter this trade here for a almost one-to-one risk to reward. My stop loss will be somewhere around here. My first TP will be here. And if it breaks that, so you already have another zone. So if price breaks that zone, why did I create these as zones? Because if you notice, price came to those levels, reacted, and then when it broke above that level, came back and retested it. And this is what I saw on the higher time frame. If I don't know how many of us did this with me, saw this when it broke out. I said, okay, if the price breaks, comes back to this level, I'm looking to take a 500 pips move to the upside. So if it breaks above and comes back to this level in 100 pips to the upside, that was what I was looking for. But when I dropped down to the smaller time frame, I said, okay, that what may happen, would tend to happen is price will come back to this level. This is where we were. So I wrote it here somewhere around here. If you visit some of my charts, that if price comes back to this level, this is where we'll be taking a trade from the early what's it called now, buy limit. And it eventually came back to that level and took me into the trade, and then saw to the upside. So it hasn't come down to this level, so that's not a problem. But if it does, we have things waiting for it. You can put a sell limit, a buy limit here if you choose, put a buy limit here if you choose. It's really entirely up to you. Or make sure you wait for it to break below here and retest, and you put a buy limit, or enter on in market then. But make sure you don't leave it to come down here, because it may just bounce back up. Yeah, so that's that one. Euro NZD. Same thing with GBP NZD, same thing, same scenario. So I'm also waiting for price. I was looking at this on the higher time frame as well, for price to retest, come down. When it broke out, I wanted it for it to come down here before I continue buying to this upside. I've looked at it from the higher time frame. There's nothing on the left. One of the most beautiful trades I've seen. So this,
is that buy limit?
yes. Buy limit is when you're buying to the upside. Sell limit is when you're selling to the downside. Okay. 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 So now I'm waiting for price to. I waited for price to come down, but it didn't come down. But it created a channel down here. So that's where I locked price in. So right now, if price breaks above that, definitely that we're going to see that upside that we're looking for. So we're going to see that upside that we're looking for. Price to break above that. Excuse me. Come back and retest, and then take us to the upside. Yep. So we're going to see that level that we've already created. We're going to expect price to take us there. So this is the level that 2.06590 is our level. But if that doesn't happen and price continues to the downside, then this is our level. First TP here that we've already created, 1.95900. That's our level right here. That's for G. But yeah, again, there's really nothing, there's no reason for us to take a trade here. I wouldn't even take a trade here. I would take a trade somewhere around here, because it's too close to a support level. Yep. So I'm going to take a trade when price gets to this level. So that's GBP NZD. Euro JPY, beautiful trade, beautiful trade. In fact, while I was marking this, somebody was telling me to look at it for them. So while I was marking this, immediately I finished marking this level, price broke it. So it was a beautiful trade. It's a beautiful trade. Let me see that smaller time frame. So I said price is going to break below that level, and it just did. I created that what's it called, harmonic pattern. That price will get to that level and then begin to come down, and it actually did. This is let me see what pattern this is, by the way. This is a cipher pattern. This is a cipher pattern. That's a cipher pattern. Let me confirm that. I have 27 here. Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's a cipher pattern. A cipher? No, not a cipher. Sorry, that should be a shark pattern. Either a shark or a butterfly. I don't really trade sharks and butterfly. I only trade ciphers, but I can draw them, but I don't really trade them. Sometimes they are beautiful like this. Sometimes they are not. Like this one was one of the beautiful ones. So that's why I decided to take draw it out and take time and draw it out. So this is a fine one. Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm recording. Just mute yourself. Okay. So right now, if I'm to take this trade, if I'm already in this trade, see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop to my smaller time frame. Like you know me, I'm gonna drop to my smaller time frame. Now it's broken below, so I'm gonna wait to see a good clean breakout. Either you can do one thing, put a sell limit somewhere in that 138 280. Put a sell limit somewhere there, and then price is going to come back to that level and put you. But make sure you have a stop loss probably above, somewhere around here. Clear stop loss. If you like to put your stop loss there, or maybe even higher. So right now it seems like a good place to put a sell limit. So, but your stop loss would be somewhere around here. Where your first TP would be where the closest level you find, which may be somewhere around here, will be your first TPs, would be a good risk to reward, considering how much your stop loss would be. So this would be your first TP, and maybe your next one will be somewhere around here. But then make sure you trade with don't just jump in, make sure you get a good reason to jump in. So we've looked at Euro USD already. So now we're going to look at let me see, Euro odd. I'm not going to look at this trade because this trade has just been messing up. So let me see. Okay, leave that one. So let's go to Euro JPY. That's the one I wanted to consider before I go. Euro JPY. Now, JPY, look at this trade. I'm really looking at this trade right now. This should be a Gatli. Let me confirm that. Gatli. Yeah, this is a Gatli. This is a Gatli. So look at that move. Immediately price got to, that's just one confirmation. Price got to that level, it dropped. The second confirmation is the fact that this trend line. Yep, this trend line. Initially, look at what happened here on this one. Price has been trending up, right? What did you notice? Price broke that level, came back and retested, dropped. And then if you look at the other one, this trend line here, price, every time price got to that level, it dropped, got to that level, drop, got to that level. So what are we expecting? We're expecting a drop from that level again. I mean, this trend line here, every time price hit that trend line, it drops, hit that trend line, drops, hit that trend line. So we're expecting that to happen. And as you can see, it is in confluence with with the D level of this Gatli. Yep. So that's why I'm really looking forward to. I'm looking forward to letting this continue trending to the downside. So my first TP would be on the 38. Yeah, it will be somewhere at the 38, somewhere around here. Yep. And my next TP will be somewhere around here. And if you can see, it coincides with a key level as well. So, but then I wouldn't leave my money on the table. Getting if I see it, I let it pull back, but then I won't let it come back to my entry. I have my entry, my stop loss in profit, so it doesn't come back and put me in negative, but the thing is not to leave your money on the table. That's the trick. Anyways, I would see you on the other side. Any other question you have, we can deal with it on the other side. So I'm going to stop this recording now and have some sessions. Like I said, I don't want this to be too long. Maybe 20 minutes is good enough. So thank you guys. Talk to you on the other side.